So we're live with Maribeth Springob.
Hi!
You made it.
I made it.
So I have to ask, just because I know you're a young mom and you're working from home, and it has to be a little bit challenging working with kids at home. Tell me what's going on.
It is. It's hard. You know, you're pulled in every direction, right? You want the best for your kids, but you also want to do the best for your clients. And so it's definitely a fine line. And I think we're all trying to master that right now, you know?
Yeah. Well, good. Well, I applaud you for going through it. I'm sure we're all learning a lot, right?
Well, I have to say, we're very fortunate to be on the Kaminsky team because every day you keep it positive and every day you pull us in to make sure that we're on track. And that helps tremendously. So
Good.
thank you.
You're welcome. So, you know, I put these together really just to get to know our team better and let our clients know more about, you know, us and more importantly, you, Maribeth, and your screen's moving.
I know, sorry.
You able to stabilize it?
Yeah, I am sorry.
That's okay.
I gotta keep it fun here, Ed.
So, what I want to ask you first off is a little bit more about your business and how long have you been in the real estate business?
Okay, longer than I thought. You know, it's been 15 years, and time goes by quick. So yeah, 15 years I've been in the business, and I actually started when I got out of college. I was told by a company, Lennar Homes, hey, we've got a temporary job for you. Just know it's temporary. But I thought, okay, that's cool. I'll get started. I can learn a few things and go somewhere else. And almost 10 years later, I was still there. So it was awesome.
Well, I think that's where I met you. I was cruising one of my clients through there, right?
Yes. And it's funny because I don't know if I told you this before, but I had just come from Orange County and moved to the South Bay right before I started at that community in Torrance. And I came home to my husband and I said, yeah, this agent Ed Kaminsky just came through. And he goes, what? He's like, oh my gosh. He's like one of the biggest here. And he's like, you were nice, right? You were professional. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like it was a celebrity. And here I am. I'm working for you now.
Well, I remember that transaction. I thought you were really the nicest salesperson I've ever ran across. And it was a very smooth transaction. And I think that was Mark Rubin, if I'm not mistaken, who bought that place.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
and
you.
Now our car salesman, right?
That's right. Well, you know, Ed, I really feel like when you buy a home or whether you're selling your home, I don't like to make it high pressure for the client. I want to handle it right for as you know, Mark Rubin was our client at the time. I want it to be a fun process for them. I want the client to feel comfortable that they can come to me if they have any questions. And I genuinely do try to be nice. It's not an act. It's like I really want the client to have everything they want out of their dream home.
You know, that brings a question then. I just thought of it. So you are really well practiced and very professional and very nice. But there has to be times when the reality has to be explained to a client, like they're getting into a danger zone, or if they do this, they could lose the house, or if they don't offer enough, they're going to lose the house. In these type of situations, how do you separate being nice from really providing prudent information to your clients when they have to do something and you may not be able to be as nice about it? Do you ever run into that situation?
Personally, I feel like there's a way that you can be diplomatic about it and it not come off in a angry or harsh way. Of course, yes, there's been times where the terms have not been beneficial to my client and I still needed to convey that message. Or like you said, they needed to come in at a different price or, you know, yes, but I always feel like the delivery, you can always deliver the same message in a kinder way. I mean, there's a different agent, you know, possibly for every person, but I try to make the trust with the client so that they can trust me that I really have their best interest. So when I am conveying a message that may be kind of difficult for them to hear, I still try to do it kindly. I mean, don't you agree? I mean, you're the same way. I've seen you in action.
No question. I just want to see how you transform from the nice Maribeth to, listen, people, you have to do it this way. And if you don't, you're going to really screw up your life.
You can still do it in a nice way. Don't talk to my husband. He may say something different. But
well, speaking of which, let's give him a little applause and recognition, because he is working the front lines for us in the medical world. How's that been for him?
That's a very good question. Tough. Yeah. I've been with him for almost 18 years this year, and this has definitely been the one time that I genuinely really appreciate his effort. It's not an easy time for anybody, whether you're working at the market or in the hospital. It's definitely a time to appreciate your loved ones when they're involved with that. And I'm really thankful for his job at the same time. I know there's a lot of people out of work, and so I'm thankful that he still has a stable income coming in,
Does he share some of the tragedies that are happening in the hospitals, or does he keep that separated?
He keeps it separated.
Yeah.
I don't think he really, especially with our kids in the house, I don't think he wants to open up his emotional side sometimes, because like you said, it is the front lines, and there is a lot of stuff that goes on that I probably don't want to know.
Well, thank him from me, and certainly from everybody watching. I know we all appreciate what all the medical professionals are doing right now.
I agree. Thank you.
So you got your start at Lennar Homes, right? And I assume you learned a lot working there, right? They're a big company. What would you say is your biggest takeaway from working at a large real estate corporation like that?
It really helped me learn every aspect of the business, from the loan operations to the selling to the closing. You really, when you go from new homes to resale, you don't it doesn't end at the sale. I'm not saying that resale isn't either, but it's all encompassing when you work at new homes. And so I really was able to touch upon every grouping, even from the build of the home. So it really was a great learning process to work for a corporation like that.
Great. And so what would you say is the biggest thing as an agent for you that is the difference between working there and working at a company like ours?
Good question. I feel like I can be more of myself. I'm not working for the big guy anymore. And in that way, I can really carry I now have the backing of working from a corporate, but I can really be myself as an agent. And, I feel like coming onto your team, it really has been a burst of positivity. And I really appreciate that. And you don't always get that in the corporate. You're looking at the trading numbers or what have you. And it really is about the team and about, of course, the client. But as a whole, I love it. It's been a great experience.
And I know I gave you a list of questions I was going to ask you, and I don't think I've asked any of them yet. These are all new in my head. So Thanks for running with it. I appreciate it. So back to my list.
Oh, no.
How did you end up on our group? How did you end up with the Kaminsky Real Estate Group?
Okay, well, then let's go back to one of the first questions is my husband saying, Ed Kaminsky just stepped into your office. What are you talking about? Meaning that your name and your relationship carries in the South Bay. So I want to be with the best of the best, because to give myself credit, I feel like can be one of the best agents to anybody that wants to come on and buy a home or sell a home. And this really is the best team for me. And so your name is everywhere. It was a given when I came back.
And did you, thank you for that. Excuse me. Did you have any other work experience or career prior to real estate at Lennar?
I didn't. I literally went from college to Lennar.
And so you saw the job opportunity. What drew you to real estate originally?
You really want an honest answer?
That would be ideal. Unless you have one you want to lie about that sounds better.
I mean, it's going to be given the money, right? But let's go back and say, so I did do retail in college. I had to make side money. So with that, I learned how to work with customers and clients, and I enjoyed that. And so that carries on a bigger level, being a real estate agent, is that I can actually, what other job can we do this? Be involved with a process like this. This is amazing.
So that's a perfect answer. Thank you. You've worked with new home sales, and now you've worked with buyers buying in the regular process of resale homes. Other than the issues related to the current pandemic, right? What's one thing you would recommend to a buyer just about buying a home? What comes to mind for you?
For me personally, I think it's about having the right agent on your team. When you have somebody that's going to be part of your team to make one of the biggest decisions you'll make, and have that trust when you're buying a home, that's huge. And I think whether you're in a pandemic or whether it's good times, you need a great agent when you're buying a home, period. And selling home. I think that's, very important just as much.
Yeah, great. And what would you say is your greatest attribute then as an agent that you feel strongly about that is great for your clients?
I feel like when a client meets me, whatever the circumstances is, I try to create a balance, a comfort level, and I want them to feel like they can be open with me. And I think that's most important when you're looking for a home or selling a home. So I want to create a level playing field from the get-go so that we're open. And I'm telling you, by the time of the process, I'm going to know whether you're having kids in 5 years or whatever it is, because I want that relationship with them. And I want them, again, to trust me.
Awesome. Great. So off of real estate, we're back to a normal world. And you can do anything you want. What do you like to do on your days off?
I'm a huge workout fiend. I love whether it's yoga, strength training, running. There's no better feeling than after a workout. Nothing else.
So what is your routine now in the middle of the pandemic?
Interesting. I still try to shake it up, whether I'm going outside or watching a video inside, I still try to shake it up, but that's my time. Like, it's not like I want my kids involved with it. Like, we all need our time to center, and that's my time. Yeah.
Did you set up like a room or a home gym, or take the garage, or where are you working out?
So even before the pandemic, we had a setup in our basement downstairs. So it just flowed right into the pandemic, still using it.
Yeah. Yeah. I had some stuff in my garage I had to dust off, but it's working just fine.
Dust it off. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. There's more eating and drinking in the pandemic. So let's not lose the workouts.
Exactly. Good. Would you say you've had any great mentors or inspirational people that have driven you to be who you are in your career?
Okay, so you've known me for a long time, and you probably, I don't even know if you know this, but I'm actually a very spiritual person, and my inspiration is truly the attributes of what I believe in, forgiveness, love, kindness. And I really try to carry that through my life, and that is what inspires me on a daily basis. I can always be better. Always, whether it's a mom, a wife, realtor, you name it. And I lean on those things.
Well, that's awesome. It's reflective really in, I think, your, I don't want to say aura, but your energy around the office. It just is, it honestly is, it's nice. It's positive. It's friendly. So
I'm missing the office when you say that.
I know. We all miss everybody.
I know. Thank you.
So, and for for the record, I think the lift was supposed to take place today, today's the 15th. I know they're lightening that up, but real estate has been determined an essential service because you do have to live somewhere. So we are in business for anybody that's wondering. So if you've been sitting at home and wondering if it's okay to go buy a home, it is legal. It's not illegal. But we are exercising all the suggested protocols. You have to wear a mask when you look at a house. Good idea to wear gloves because you can't help but want to open a door and see what's behind the closet door. Wear booties, and then we have special forms that you have to sign. So if you're out with a realtor, just bring your stuff. Be prepared. I'm going to ask you a question, and for some reason we've never had this conversation of how you are about sports, if you even know they exist or don't exist, and who you like and don't like. So these are very easy questions. So,
oh no, it's not going to be easy for me. But go ahead.
Kings or Ducks?
Oh, I live in LA. Kings.
Okay. Rams or Chargers?
Skip.
By the way, those are both LA teams. So
I know, that's why I was at okay, I lose.
All right. You don't have a favorite. That's fine. How about Lakers or Clippers?
Lakers.
Okay. And you know those are basketball teams, right?
I do, but I also work in your office. It's all over the office.
Good. All right. Dodgers or Angels?
Dodgers.
Okay. And LA Galaxy or LA Football Club?
What do you like? I don't know.
Well, I will say I obviously became a Galaxy fan when we had so many great players come to LA and really, really highlight soccer and make it really a known sport in the US through our LA teams. So that was my first experience with it. But I keep hearing amazing stories about the LA Football Club arena and how amazing it is. And we can't go there, but maybe when we can, it's probably going to be one of my first stops is to get to one of those games just to experience whatever everyone's been raving about. So this one's easier. Sushi or tacos?
Sushi or tacos? Sushi.
Okay. It matches up with your working out, right? It's a little healthier.
I have to say, I'm not like all girl. I mean, if you want to talk about sports cars, we can go there, but I can't do sports teams. That's the only thing.
Okay. So Ferrari or Ford?
Oh, come on. I can't even answer. That's why I'm working for the Ferrari, Ed. Come on.
Did you see the movie Ford versus Ferrari?
No, but I heard it was good.
You should go see it. If you like sports cars, then you'll have a tougher time answering that question.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Last shout out for this weekend. I know you're doing you're doing a virtual open house at 19125 Anza Road. And then we're going to open it up for what we'll call a private tour because we can't do open houses, but you can book appointments one at a time, social distancing required, to come and visit the property. An incredible home for $949, all move-in condition. I don't know where you can get a 1,700 square foot home in such a great part of the South Bay, West Torrance, right on the border of Redondo Beach. You'll be hosting that this Saturday, correct?
Well,
great
location.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Maribeth, thank you.
Did I get the job? I feel like I interviewed for the job again. Did I get it?
You're hired.
Thanks, Ed.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.